The war in Ukraine is about to enter its third year, a conflict that has brought untold suffering and devastation to countless lives. It's a grim milestone, folks, marking another year of relentless fighting and hardship. And as if the situation on the ground wasn't bad enough, a war of words has erupted between former US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, adding fuel to an already raging fire. Trump has recently escalated his verbal attacks on Zelensky, accusing him of various misdeeds and questioning his leadership. This comes amidst ongoing peace negotiations and a backdrop of increasing global tensions, making the situation even more precarious. Trump's comments have been widely condemned by international leaders and political commentators alike. But let's be honest, did we expect anything less from him? The man loves a good Twitter rant more than he loves a well-done steak, and that's saying something. His social media tirades have become a hallmark of his public persona. But this isn't just about Trump's usual bluster. His words carry weight and have real-world consequences. His increasingly pro-Russia stance has serious implications for the future of US foreign policy and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, potentially altering the geopolitical landscape in significant ways. Trump hasn't held back in his criticism of Zelensky. From the very beginning, he's been vocal about his disdain for the Ukrainian leader. He's called him a dictator, which, let's be honest, is a bit rich coming from a man who tried to overturn the results of a democratic election. The irony is palpable, considering Trump's own controversial actions and attempts to undermine democratic processes. Trump has also accused Zelensky of being a weak leader, claiming that Ukraine is shattered because of his poor decisions. He argues that Zelensky's leadership has led to unnecessary suffering and devastation in Ukraine. He's gone even further, folks. Trump has not just stopped at calling Zelensky weak. Trump has accused Zelensky of prolonging the war for personal gain, suggesting that he's somehow profiting from the billions of dollars in aid that the US has sent to Ukraine. This accusation has raised eyebrows and sparked debates about the true intentions behind the aid. He's even downplayed Zelensky's previous career as a comedian, which, I gotta say, is a pretty low blow. It's an attempt to undermine Zelensky's credibility and leadership by focusing on his past rather than his current actions. Zelensky has mostly dismissed Trump's attacks, showing a remarkable level of restraint and focus. He's previously said that Trump is living in a Russian-made disinformation space, a statement that underscores the ongoing information warfare. And let's be real, that's a pretty diplomatic way of saying, dude, you're full of it. Zelensky's humor and candor have made him a relatable figure on the global stage. Zelensky has also urged the US and Europe to present a united front against Russian aggression, emphasizing the importance of solidarity. He's stressed the need for strong security guarantees for Ukraine as part of any peace deal. And he's absolutely right. The stakes are incredibly high. You can't just expect Ukraine to shake hands with Putin after everything that's happened. The devastation is too great, the wounds too fresh. The international community has also condemned Trump's remarks, viewing them as unhelpful and divisive. European leaders have defended Zelensky and emphasized the impossibility of holding elections in a country that's currently being invaded. They argue that stability and security must come first. Trump's increasingly pro-Russia stance is deeply concerning. His willingness to parrot Kremlin talking points and undermine the Ukrainian government is a gift to Putin. It also raises serious questions about the future of US foreign policy if Trump or someone who shares his views were to return to the White House. His comments embolden Putin and make it harder to find a diplomatic solution to the conflict. And let's not forget, Trump's attacks on Zelensky are also an attack on democracy itself. By undermining a democratically elected leader, Trump is giving a green light to authoritarianism around the world. And that's something we should all be worried about.